part 2 starts now. Okay, so let's carry on to Sunfall while we're here.
Got one.
Can I do anything with the trampoline yet, or are they just beyond my reach? Okay, got full ammos. So now I might be able to override you on a kind of permanent basis. There we are. You are now my new friend. And just made your watcher pal angry. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh. Oh well. Was over quickly. Everything is good. Don't mind me. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I can override you. Well, hello. Of course, that's now going to make everyone else mad, isn't it? Oh crap! I'm in the middle of this. Oh, slide. Yeah, that's going to happen. Oh man. I don't know what is blowing up over there, but it's Which one's mine? Whoa. You're mine. Oh crap. Ah. Oh, this is not good. Ah.
Fascinating. They weren't looking for me.
Okay, you guys just flat it out. Oh, my guy's down. Uh-oh. Oh, I can override you as well. Haha! Okay, have fun. Thanks for coming along. It will be up on YouTube. I'll probably do the cauldron after Sunfall if I can, but we'll see. It's causing all sorts of mayhem here. But thank you for joining me. Ah, God. All sorts of craziness happening now. It's a hostile one. It's my guy. Seems to be busy exploding. Oh no, trample it down. Oh no. I think they're both down. Oh, smash. Ooh, hello. Now you're on fire. Go, long legs. That's it. stunned him. Don't think I'm going to get him in time though. Oh. Ah! Right, the others. Oh. Ow. Well, you can just sod off. Oh. Woo. Okay, I think I've dealt with all that. Now you can run off. But that was kind of fun. So yeah, now they're permanently overridden. Well, of course that means that they just generally get killed first, but that was kind of nice. Oof. Was exciting. So do I have a trampler heart now? Not that I know what it looked like. Stalker, Shellwalker, Lancehorn, Watcher, Grazer, Scrapper. I don't think I do. Oh, my poor little leg pal. Can I fix you? No, I can't. I'm sorry. Should I put you out of your misery?
You're going down.
There we go. Never mind. Right. I have basically, I've got my big healing potions, I suppose, but I really need to get some healing stuff. So that was fun. I suppose I better just run back there and
You're alert.
I'm sorry. Right. Fingers crossed. Oh god, they respawned. Ah! Run! Run, 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 run. Definitely running, because I'm not doing that again, because oh god. Ugh. Whew. Yeah, no, that's a dangerous place. It's a dangerous spot. Ow. Getcha. Boo, boo, blow your eyes out. Somebody try and get to my attention there. Somebody was going to say something there. Is there a human am somewhere? I thought somebody said something to me right when I pressed the button there and it vanished.
Keep that for later.
I didn't see anybody though. Nope. Oh. That looks interesting. There's a vantage point up there. Might be worth going to. Since this was supposedly some kind of orbital platform launching site. Up there. Get up there. That's a way there. That's a way down. How do I get up there? Huh. Can I get there from over here? They come back already? Me up here. I want to get up there. Why you no let me? Okay, hang on. Almost there. I can just clamber my way up over here. We'll climb it. Yeah. Ooh. Damn it. Well, that was interesting.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Oh, hello. Bryce Orbital. Oh. Well. Okay. Is that the sun ring? Hmm. Might get a a photo mode going here if I can. So that looks quite nice. Yeah, I guess that one again, a bit of a standard pose, but bip. Or maybe let me just get that out of the way. Something like that might be better. Here we go. And it turns out the way up here was basically down that way. Oh, that's also a good shot, isn't it? Could do that. Not sure I like that pose. At least not oriented that way. Yeah, like that. Oops, not like that. There we go. Now, if we do that, that's pretty cool. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Photo opportunities. Because this game is so gorgeous. Right. We are...
A vantage. I wonder what it'll show.
I literally just saw it. Going down. And I guess going down. Sweet. I really need to stock up. Which before I go into this place, because it's probably going to be bad news. So let's see what I can do. Fire route, that's not as useful. As well. Okay. I need to kill some animals as well. I need some stuff to make potions with. here, there doesn't seem to be much. Teammate, that'll do. I suppose it's all deserty here, isn't it? So.
Hardy little plant. You'll help.
Where'd you go? I guess this is a front door. Oh, campfire, you say? Oh, there's some healing. That's good. That looks like something interesting. I climb that. Ooh. Okay. Where am I going? I'm just following this. I don't know where this is going. What the heck? Whoa. That's a big jump. Where am I going? What is this thing? I'm following a bunch of paintings, apparently. Oh Jesus. This is... Wow, oh my god. A bit nerve-wracking. Is this Banuk stuff? Because that seems weird. Whoa. Kinda top of the world here. Get a photo mode of this. Either way, perched jauntily on the edge of a precipice. I have no idea where this is going. I'm just going to see where it does go. Because this seems interesting. Okay. There's a place to rappel down. Oh. Banuk artifact, the vision.
The sculpture must be of Banuk make.
Oh. Ooh, hello. Wooden artifact left in offering under a tribal mark along with a strip of parchment bearing handwritten glyphs. Sets of such artifacts can be traded in Meridian for valuable rewards. Tektuk. Falsely accused, exiled, starving and cold, I faltered. This I confess. As the death chills overcame me, I lost will and purpose and felt the bottomless callousness of fate. But then a vision. I saw in my mind's eye an endless white plain with only a single figure waiting. It was you. And I knew in death, if not in life, I would see you again. When the chills faded, I rose with new hope. I paint my mark here for you in anticipation of our meeting and leave you this offering, though it will never touch the warmth of your hands. Okay. Well, that was a thing. And hey, there is a toilet over there. You are there. That might be worth checking out. What's over here? But there is a rappelling site here. And there is a void. I may get some meats from. Odd, I saw a little thing there. More rappelling. We could go see the long neck. Might be handy. It's an overgrown watcher. Fatty meat is good. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if this was all a Horus or something, because it looks very tentacly, but guess not. Actually, that
My focus is receiving another signal.
thing looks far away.
That Tallneck must be the one sending the signal. No.
Rust wash. I got a little bit of time. Freezer iron root. Wow, it's Mad Max land. Oh, that went pretty. Let's just keep rolling. I think I'm going to have to
I'll do what I have to.
damn it. I missed the boat. To jump on Tall Boy. From
I just need to get on the Tallneck's head.
there. How do I get up on this? Oh, there's some bellow things. How do I get on this thing?
Okay, they're heading back.
Okay. So, get up there. Can I get up here? Is there a way I can do this? No.
No, to me.
Oh. Good day. Oh, great. Turn around, that's it. Go home. Ding. Maybe Buddy Boy can do something about that. Not that way. Oh, that way. There we go. Hey. Wow. What the hell are these?
Be able to jump onto the top.
Spang, spang. Ah. Oh, that's not good. Ah, my God, I'm doing this under fire. Why? Why am I doing this?
Just have to reach its head.
Now you're shooting at the tallback. Oh, that's an awkward one. I gotta go the long way around. Why? There we go. Yes. Ah. The high stress tallback. There we go. Oh. Going down. Boom. Purge. Excellent. Whoa. Alright, let's just get into some kind of cover.
I can get out of this.
Okay. Whew. Et voila. Uncovered a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, more ruins. Interesting. Zeta. Where am I? I'm over there, right. Ruins there. Oh, that is the ruins. Okay. Okay. Can I craft anything? Not much.
Just go about your business.
them. Gotcha. Down. That's the other one.
Here they come. Safe.
Boom.
A few minutes anyway.
Excellent. Between these. That is a very big. Oh, I thought it was a fragment of a belloback or something, but no.
Should have brought a cart.
Okay. Let's run back. An awful lot of cover out here. Not sure if they're good or bad guys. Okay. Let's head back here. See what we can see.
Will fall before shadow.
These guys do not seem hostile.
I'll find a use for you.
Follow them in.
Just think, those usurpers are stinking up the streets in Meridian. Claiming it back can't happen too soon.
Think they're bad guys? They're going that way anyway. Alright. Let's see about checking this out then. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to just waltz into the Shadow Carja city.
The apostates started a war. Now they want us to sit on our hands? I suppose there's nothing so strange about old men dying. Still, grandfather seemed healthy.
Sunfall.
I heard Old Harvest is hunting cutthroats to weed out enemies and traitors.
saw.
What do you suppose is happening in Meridian right now? Feasting, I wager.
Huh. Well, this doesn't look very,
Hire sneaking around, sniffing out disloyalty. Sort of makes me anxious.
sorta.
Just to reminisce about Meridian. But yesterday.
Who does Avad think he's fooling with this ceasefire nonsense? Nothing is forgiven.
Sounds like, face of anguish.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
If I starve to death, I wouldn't have to hate myself for begging anymore.
I'll keep the moon from your brow.
Well. So that's down there. Alright, stay focused. How am I gonna get in there? Do I just go in? Why, hello! Let me in. You're just gonna let me in?
Nora Garb is ill-suited to Banuk lands. She'd freeze to death in Ban-Ur.
If he
feel wrung out in this
is capable
heat.
of treachery, then anyone is. We should stay vigilant.
I bet those traitorous Oseram will just conveniently lose Dervahl and transport to Mainspring.
The ceasefire just
I mean, I could just get some healing potions. I've got enough money. Spend it on something. That'll do. Still don't have a trample heart. Curses.
Ties our hands. We should raid them until they beg us to stop.
All these Outlander mercenaries have a mean look about them.
Ugh. I feel like I'm in the heart of the enemy territory here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a behemoth.
The Sun Ring. Proud mission.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least.
I'm sure it wasn't.
What the hell's going on there? Whoa. That's kind of cool. So yeah, that's a behemoth. Also, that's really dangerous. Let's just put gigantic spikes on our decorations. Now where am I going? Over there. How do I? I mean, spotted. By what? You?
I bet those traitorous Osram will just conveniently lose Dervahl and transport to Mainspring.
Leave it.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
Even if they
In
are
theory,
getting
all should be well. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Just, so nobody knows me, basically, is what they're saying.
Gone. Fire? The apostates started a war. Now they want us to sit on our hands?
I used to see Uthid sharing his rations with the children in the camp.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Mercenary bottom.
Some of these machines people talk about sound like they were designed to hurt people.
I hear the Shadow Council are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
Move along.
So following the mercenaries in, I guess. Ah. So.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King. The light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
Oh.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
Must be the former.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
In doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of
you're
the
no killer
king's
for hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me, while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Not to strike
Well,
back
the
against
Kestrels.
usurpers.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Eventually.
So that was the. So I guess like Avad. Well, Avad killed his father, who was a mad Sun King.
It's odd. I could have sworn Sunfall was more crowded just a few weeks ago.
But they had the Sun King's
Touch anything.
wife and other child fled over here, and they're supposedly the true ones.
From Chill.
The true Sun King.
This is insane.
What are you doing?
They're going to see me.
You underestimate
You're gonna
the
watch
ease
some
of hiding in
slaughter.
plain sight.
This is the place to do it.
I don't like heights.
You worry me, boy.
How
You worry me.
how am I gonna do this? Am I gonna just climb down?
The older folks tell stories about how
Why am I going here?
If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If you can stand his breath.
Another manhunt. How many men and women can one tribe lose? Odin, leader of Odin's marvels. You've a fresh face. When you're less an eye or an ear or two, you'll fit right in. First impressions make the sale, except in this snake pit. They'll take whoever shows up.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
This isn't your first job for the Shadow Karja?
Scared of their own shadows, Karja more like. They spit on me, but the shards are good. Look at those nobles. I say noble, but you can't dress a rat in silk and call it a rat king, can you? Sunfall is a house of clay. If you were to stamp your foot, it would all crumble.
Shouldn't you all be setting out to hunt Uthid?
Have you never done this before? Whoever goes first just leads the others. Just take a load off and avail yourself of some Karja booze until someone sniffs out the trail. Then watch us seek out our prey, straight as a Ravager's shot. Zip!
Are you sure you're going to be able to walk in a straight line?
Zing.
What are you getting at?
Do you think Uthid did what they're accusing him of?
I hope so. It'll make him more dangerous. My advice, it's best not to overthink such things.
Overthink whether he's guilty or innocent?
You let all these thoughts in your head, you'll never make it as a mercenary. Only thing that matters is dead or alive. If they say alive, bring a rag to stuff in its mouth. But these days, no one wants alive.
Farewell, Odin.
Good hunting. If I should have cause to kill you, you won't suffer.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. The balustrade. Where am I going? What? Also, what is a balustrade? Oh. Oh. I see.
Watch yourself, Outlander.
I see. You want me to go over here? Yeah. Oh god, that may not have been the best idea. Wait, I can go over here, maybe. Oh, good, right. That's where I want to go. Now I am. Now I am needing healing though. So wait. That went over there. Okay, so I gotta go actually down. Keep going down.
Other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Other side of the tower, you say? I'm really low on health. And that's all my healing.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Huh. So... this does sound like a point of no return. Here. Okay, wait a minute, because I'm basically not in a good state right now. I need I can't do this with so little healing on me. So I need to go somewhere that has a lot of healing stuff, like over here, and then zip back. So I'm gonna do that because I got a feeling, given what he said, that this is gonna be tough. I don't really want to be going in there without any heals. So if I head back to like Embrace territory, there's lots of healing things around there and so on, and then I can stock up a little bit more and then head back. Right, let's start accumulating stuff. Some there. Get anything that doesn't look like a Ridgewood. Like you. Get at least like 3 pluses on there if you can. Also,
Definitely awake now.
could do with some animals. Because that gives me meat. Not sure I really want any of that stuff. I want that. Alright, so I know where to go. I just have to stop moving. There we go. Just have to get back there.
Never know when I might need these.
Once I have stocked up. Oh, you made some headway. Oh, no. That's not you. That's you. I need to be making healing things. Metal shards. More of that. More the merrier. Sploosh. More healing.
And one of these.
For you. I've got enough of that, I think. Shock wax, Ridgewood, Limber. That's exactly what I'm doing. the hell? Oh. Like, what the hell is that racket? Oh, it's some of these dudes. So maybe I should go that way then. Get in there.
Save these for the trail.
Turkey skin, shock wax. Where else can I go? Getting a bit more heals. This is definitely worth doing. Do I have a... Should have enough for a fast travel pack to get back, I think.
These are helpful. Bitter, though.
Any more? Let's get full on the...
Damn! No more of the...
Oh, that escalated quickly. Okay. I got it. Yeah. See if I can get some help. This is getting a little out of hand. Oops. healing things. Hey, there are machines everywhere. Where am I even going? Where is all the healing stuff?
Tough, but I'm used to it.
Right. The hell am I? Oh, I'm all the way down here. Interesting. So what's going to happen down here?
Gotta put up a fight.
Oh, they spotted me. Spotted. Oh, that's a healing. No. Medicine pouch full. Oh.
This.
Okay. Well then, let's just do that then. Maybe that's why I couldn't find any healing stuff, because I was actually full of it. So here's the edge of the world, I guess.
Grab this now.
Sorry, Fox. Grazer massacre here.
I can't spare the weight.
You right. Yeah, that's the edge of the play area. Maybe not be full of healing. Now I'm right. Okay, so stock up on you. Stock up on you. You, you're good, you're good, you're good. You're good. You're good. Potions, we're all good on there. on that. Good on traps. Resist melee, resist fire, resist ranged. What can we get here? $48, 16, 17. That's ranged, isn't it? Yeah. No, I think I'm alright there. Okay. Now that we've stocked up. Let's head back here. Alright. I have a feeling this is going to be a long haul. See how far we get. Well, it says we're like 53% of the way through the game here, so gonna be a while. So why would we be at an orbital facility? Is Zero Dawn a satellite or something? I mean, they can't jam the machines, otherwise they would have done that.
Giving them orders.
Right.
This ceasefire is a ruse. Avad's a murderer after all. Are we to take him at his word?
Yeah, we went up here and around and saw the boy.
I'll come back later. That woman said to meet her at a green tent down in the camp. Might be worth a visit.
In time. So how do I get onto this? I just hop over, eh? Hop, hop. Hop, 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 hop. Right. Well, to Zero Dawn we go.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, her. All the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Yeah.
For identiscan.
Let me in.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction.
Oh.
Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are
Malfunction.
you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Blockage?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. So by now,
Oh. Oh, they know I'm there.
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Can you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Huh. Well, this is it. Zero Dawn. Find out what this was about.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Well, there's a thing here. Another incident from lounge staff. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Embryologists, eh? Huh. Did they... just basically put like embryos on ice or something? Like they knew that maybe they weren't gonna survive? I mean, maybe that's what the Zero Dawn part is. But why an orbital facility then? We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD or ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators, the Langbots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support will be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these emails? So, same thing there. So they brought people here. Maybe it's a suspended animation thing? I don't want to guess just in case I'm right.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Like a waiting room. Is this like the last bunker of humanity or something? Soundproofing? Uh-oh. That's never a good sign. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Great. Okay, that sounds promising.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Yeah, they brought people here. probably to tell them that they were the last survivors of humanity or something. Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in the teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Herbal tea? God, like, give some real tea. So, okay, they're clearly bringing people here. And the answer lies through this door. To why?
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program. And it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
So... Well, what if they did just obliterate everything? They must have had a way to bring things back? But somehow not involving the robots? Because the robots would have just destroyed it again, right? Well, that's fun then. We know Zero Dawn worked. We know they finished it.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Yes, yours. Heavies. Holographic projection terminals over there.
What sun-forsaken place is this?
Oh, you jammy little bugger. Okay. Just back there.
I can pass them, undetected.
No.
The data points, you're going to ignore them?
No. I'm going to kill this lot. Come on. Where are you? You get big guy here.
Oh no! Don't let me die.
Uh-oh.
This is not a warning.
Mind. Have some respect. Ah.
Good. We're too close to the tribal crypt to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I'm getting to that. Hang on. Right. Oh, that's a window. Okay. Right. I guess let's start over here. Interview. Tom Page. PhD, molecular and cellular biology. What is actually in there?
It is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them? Not just people, all organic matter. Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution, liquefied. The miracle of life reduced some bloody biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
I'm not sure if he was accepted for the project somehow. Travis Tate, data security consultant. Quotes.
Want to discuss? Whew. So Mama, she was right. Pardon? My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke? A tobacco cigarette. Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate.
Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected you had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Well, he would seem a pleasant individual. Brad Andak, formerly of FAS.
You previously worked
Oh,
for
Farrow.
Farrow Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines?
Yeah.
I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Yeah, I bet he has a fair bit of guilt going on. So, we've never actually looked over here, did we? What's anything interesting here? Oh, loads of stuff. Right. And there's something up here as well. Intriguing. Little secret thing.
Full already.
Interview with Dr. I never know how to pronounce that. Suve, PhD, Art History and Museum Studies.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Probably because we want to preserve all that. Okay, more interviews then. That was intriguing. Right. Big plot dumps going on. Suzanne Alpert, Environmental Reclamation.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years.
Sounds a bit German.
Red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly. slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Well, not much blubbering going on there. It's just like, show me the data. Counselor guidelines. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for a severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarise yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus a swarm, Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in lunar, orbital, or undersea structures, Addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are... So this is basically like, are you ready for the next step? Which is probably an even bigger traumatic thing. Captain Okillo, Information Warfare Specialist, NAC. Like North American something, I guess.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okillo.
Oh, Ms.
Captain Okillo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Sorry, in the middle of things here. So, finally, made it into the Zero Dawn bunker, where we are about to find out basically what Zero Dawn is. As far as has been established, we basically there was a little presentation that just said, yeah, so we're kind of doomed. Like, there's no way out of this. So people have been brought here, it seems, for some purpose, but it looks like basically nothing can stop the robots. So this is interviewing people, because apparently people are being brought here and they're in all sorts of walks of life, you know, highly educated, etc.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow, and you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Yeah, and they already actually said that they're not going to build any kind of spaceship anyway. Because I guess let's put that there. I don't think I'm going to need that because basically the Earth's going to be destroyed and there's going to be no support, and they don't have time. So apparently there's little cubby holes through here. Okay, but there's a viewing room over here, I guess. I want to see what's through the little oh yeah, hang on, window. I want to see what's through those little cubby holes. Like, what is this? So that's the other one. What are these? This is weird. Very alien-esque. Oops. They just go nowhere. Like vents, I suppose. Odd. Alright.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Here we go.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness.
Huh.
What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose.
Hello?
Now these aren't AIs, but make no mistake. Each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build
Hades.
Now, over the days to come,
Hades.
how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Yeah, as well as that, what happened to Minerva? Because that was supposed to be broadcasting the signal to shut the robots down, right? So, you know, for good. So, yeah. Yeah, so clearly Apollo didn't happen, or something. Hades did. I mean, that explains how the robots are all animal type things, like the Glinthawks and the Snapmaws are supposed to be detoxifiers of the air and the sea, and the Grazers, like, they do gardening. I mean, that's what they were made for. But yes, mysteries. So basically, everything died and was reborn, and somehow they managed to miraculously make you know, a super intelligent AI and all its subsystems in the time they had left. But I suppose, unsurprisingly, things went wrong. Make your selection. Okay, big dump. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You'll be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communication with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Or 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counsellor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. A robot ecology, but the Deathbringers, etc. The Pharaoh robots not part of that ecology. Yeah, I can't see what purpose those would have really in rebuilding the Earth. But they're obviously relics from the past, right? I mean, there's like, we've got the Corruptors, like the Scarabs, the Kopeshes, which are the Deathbringers. We got the Horuses, which are the, you know, the creators, you know, the replicators, right? They're pre-Gaia. All the other things, the animal type ones, are post-Gaia. Which makes sense then, really, doesn't it? I mean, because those, you know, the Scarabs and the Kopeshes and the Horus aren't really animal-like at all, are they? They're purely, you know, they're the chariot line, right? They're the death machines. So yeah, but you know, I guess, like, I mean, they've been brought back to life, right? Because of what's its name? Eclipse. Oh, hang on, there's something down here. Counselor Guidelines 2. There's a lot of reading going on in this one, but this is all important stuff. So, for debriefing after presentation 2, it is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counsellor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasise that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasise the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow them access to supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of a 48-hour waiting period during which counsellors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasise that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elected indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision data corrupted. So, yeah, well, I mean, clearly the Eclipse guys figured out how to resurrect them, and yeah, probably through Hades, but I mean, Hades was a god of the underworld, right? I mean, they're naming them after things. that are relevant to their tasks. I mean, maybe it was maybe it's a way to like add death to the cycle, but it's got messed up somehow. Right, Brad Andak.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Yeah, interesting way to view it. Also, there's a reflection of the hollow lock down there, and the door's open. It's a little interesting. Right, so onwards ho. So there's a door here, but there's more stuff over here. Over this way. Two more. Suzanne Alpert, the German scientist.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Yes, well... I suppose you want to be completely fatalistic about it and just give up, sure. I mean, personally, I'd be all over this. Like, I'd be like, yes. Put me in front of a computer and let me do my stuff. You know, because if there's a chance of saving something, then yes, let's do it.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Yeah, you're not going anywhere, are you?
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
Huh. Well, why did that go off in here? Is this the medical wing? Is this the euthanasia land? There's something over here. Stranded shackles. Oh. Those are handcuffs. Anything else? That's the guy's fire striker. All of this, by the way, is underneath the Shadow Carja Citadel and the Sun Ring, which is a great big gladiatorial arena. Ooh, what's going on in here? Guess this is the medical wing? Huh. I wonder where Elysium was, if that was even the real thing. Alright, I think we found all there is to find. But yeah, I mean, sure, I mean the fact that everything was ending would be a bit of a shock, but there's no reason to just give up. I mean, if you're given an opportunity to help try and do something about it, then take it. Regardless of how crazy it sounds, at least you can die trying to do something. We're due for some people to drop in, since we kind of alerted the Carja to our presence by venting.
Intruder! Get her!
Yeah.
Don't die now.
Bomb you. That would be nice. Right. Make some more of them.
To destroy the unfaithful.
Blow you up. You, however, are somewhat well protected. Get rid of other guy. Yeah, got him, right.
Oh, shot!
Okay. Well, presumably the Hades guy is still where we left him, but now. Just out of reach, aren't you? Oh, that got you. Right, yeah, you little bugger. Die. Ugh, you. Okay. Really burning up the healing. Ah, but there are healing things here, aren't there? So So I will gladly grab those. Yeah, well, the problem with those fire things is that they're a bit indiscriminate. A bit hard to control. Any more? I mean, I could grab one just to, you know, just in case.
Should give me the upper hand.
Let me just scooch that there for a sec. Oh. Okay.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Yeah, that's the right attitude. Right. Okay. One sec. I'm going to take just a quick couple of minute break because it's been going on for 4 hours. So I'm going to leave this on. I'm just going to nip off for just a minute or two. So I'll be back in a tick. Don't go anywhere. Okay, right, sorry about that. Just dive off for a quick break. Right, because clearly this is going to go on for a bit longer. Because I'm not getting out of here until I finish this. Travis Tate again.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect you to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Well, that's exactly the sort of person you want on a project like this, isn't it? He says sarcastically. Right, well, so some accepted, some did not. Now, there appears to be a
Power's down.
problem here.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Nothing in this one, right. Okay. Well, let's see what he's got on him. Right. Where are you going then? Power. Da 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 da. Over there.
Need them soon enough.
Et voila. Because that, yeah, because Silence said that as well, didn't he? Voila. Presumably the art historian's work went into Apollo, I would imagine.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Right. So what we got? We got thing there. Hang on. So that's coming down here. Going into there, which is going into this lot. So these are all conked out.
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Settings transposed. Okay, and then that's connected to that door. So maybe I have to go into there and get something out of there, but first let's gather up some stuff, get some more things.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Everything's reversed, eh? Okay. Does that mean this is reversed as well? So right, hang on. So is everything reversed or just that one? I guess if he said everything's reversed, then that's down. That's right. So right, down, right, up, left. Apparently not. Other way then? maybe it's just the other side.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Okay, so that one's not reversed, but this one I think is. So that's a window. You can't get through apparently. Ooh, what's up here? Anything up here? Looks there. Looks like there should be something up there, but yeah, look. There is something up there. Let me get to that. Getting distracted. Let's go here first. Must be a storage area. Ah. Anything in here? That's how we get there.
Found one. Looks intact.
The emitter. There is a thing. It has stuff. Which is nice, okay. I guess we can do that.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
So, oh, it's upside down. It's not inverted. Well, I suppose it will be inverted, wouldn't it? But it's not just top to bottom now. It's like you've got to do this from the bottom to the top. So that's actually down. That would be left. That would be up, which is fine. That would be right and down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Yes. Yeah, this would be very down in the depths, wouldn't it? I don't know why I'm creeping. Right. Let's go see what the next bit is.
This'll do.
Sure. Where is that door? Hello. Oh.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Uh-oh. Well, hang on. Why?
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. Let's just sneak over here then.
Out of the line of fire!
Ow. Wait. Wrong thing. Alright, let's just... you guys are tough. Okay, let's reconsider what we're doing.
You will not escape the shadow!
Elevate non-operation. Stairwells have collapsed.
Okay, bomb them. 3 of them, I think.
You will not escape!
Got a direct hit. And that was a direct hit on you. And that was a direct hit on you. Oh, and there's more. Great. Wonderful.
Eyes on me, brother. I lost you.
Damn it. Okay. Yes. Now I'm going to blow you up. Ah.
Stay in cover.
Structural failure prevents access.
The shadow will reach you wherever you go.
Just keep moving, just keep moving. Down. Oh, pull your legs, really? Guys up top, I believe, are left.
Who knows where she went?
Headshot through the dark. And that's that.
Alert. Ancient structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
Oh crap. Blah.
Don't let him sneak away!
Ow. Okay. Now we're talking.
Bleed for the shadow!
Where are you? Down. Ah.
For a moment, anyway.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Okay. I think things have calmed.
I'll find a use for you.
Whew. Okay. So that's awesome. Boo-boo-ba-doo. Anyone else need looting?
I'd have to ditch something.
let's just bring up thug. You. You.
I'll tuck that away.
That. Apparently now I can go back through there, but I've got a Deathbringer in here. Through this door. Oh. Okay, well that looks interesting. I'm assuming then that there are windows blocking the way here. Can't get through there. That's the other way. Bunker door. Was that a thing? Alright, well I guess through here it is.
Hello, I'm Margaret Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about 1/3 of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Haven't seen a Thunderjaw yet. Presume that was in Cauldron Zeta, which I'm going to have to be doing next time, because this is probably not going to finish until 2 in the morning. So... So, right. This is where it made the robots. Oh, mail from the Elizabeth Sobek herself. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your Asian communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stockpiling bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Ayumide Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the tower should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. So there was that big tower near Meridian. That big sort of twisty tower that just went straight up. I wonder if that was supposed to be a transmission tower. I never did check that out. But yes. So that's her again, probably. Right, so we came in here. So I might be yawning a bit more here because it's getting to be late, but thankfully it's Friday.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Okay, good. Okay, what are we doing for things? Getting low on them. Otherwise we're fine. Is that a thing over here? That's a thing over here. Simulation results. So, from Margot to Elizabeth. Yes, Cauldron is where they made all the robots, and they're still making them. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is a word that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Margot. Well, so yeah, like, that would explain the prehistoricness then of some of the designs, like the Watcher, Thunderjaw, I guess the Snapmaws kind of are a bit more like prehistoric alligators or something, but up here? Anything down here? Nope. Ugh. Right. So that's Hephaestus. So there's a heck of a lot more stuff going on. There's the office. Can I get in there?
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Yeah, it's over there, isn't it? Where is the door? There's a door there. I'm going to assume that I can get in there. So, okay, good. So we can't just scan that through the glass. No spoilers. Alright. Ooh, right.
More Eclipse.
Damn it.
Careful now.
Down with that sort of thing. Where are they? You're down there. You're down there. You're over there. You're over there. You're over there.
Did Helis put a bounty on her? I wouldn't mind some extra shards.
best way to do this? Avoid. Maybe avoid for now. Got more important things to do. A hollow projector. There's another way up to our office. Right, they're all back there. Encapsulated DNA. Samina Ebaji. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAST was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcoming, too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanical extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as a hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. So... you're, storing that all on DNA then, huh?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic.
That's a lot of bytes.
Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Well, that apparently didn't go according to plan. Also, I'm surprised the Eclipse guys didn't hear us but wait a minute. Is that? That's drinks. Vectron. Huh. You can get like 1,000-year-old fizzy drinks. Well, they might have gone a bit flat, maybe, but. Right. Apollo update. It's from Samina Ibaji to Elizabeth Sobek. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricular development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Sounds like I missed out on quite a bit of fun there then. Alright. Time to sneak. Because I think we're going to be heading that way. And what is that? Weird. Not seen that symbol before. Like a broadcast thing? Oops, hang on. Can I snipe? Possibly. Anyone in the vicinity? Don't think so.
No turning back.
Damn it. Why did you go down? Okay, you're going that way. Ow. Got you. Okay.
I will teach a gift from the
Oh, wait a minute. Where are you?
vanish like a stalker.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
I think I got them. Okay. Right. Bloody pains in the arse. So I should take them down. Well, level 37. I mean, that's pretty impressive, really. Where are we? What is this place? It's another machine. Or is this the, this must be the Apollo archives or something. Like, lots of server banks by the looks of it. It goes on forever. Yeah. Yeah, I bet this is like the archives or the computer system server farm thing. That's what it looks like. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any bits. In there. Is that where I came from? Or not? I don't think that is actually. Just continue to explorate. Here. What's this? Oh, Hera's testimonial.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory.
That's what he mentioned.
My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Yeah, he mentioned that. When what's it? When were we at the other place we were at? Maker's End, because he said he'd sent a testimonial to be included. So I think I'm sort of near it. Like that's where the office is basically. So I've just got to get through here.
Welcome
there
to Hades.
Ooh.
Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Here we go.
The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. And what are you gonna do? Release Phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Wow.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Huh. And interestingly, that was Travis Tate, right? Who was the slightly crazy guy at the beginning of all this. Noise complaints. From Travis Tate to Elizabeth Sodbeck. Noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore? Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Cetarium runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. No, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal-themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen. Or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore, you'll see. Or hear, rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceilings swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in a gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? No, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. That was my terrible attempt at text and accent. Apologies. Hades Protocol. Right. Tate here. Just put 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. That ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too. So that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of their terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but Pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow, alligators. Okay, well, theoretically he didn't screw that up then. Like, he got it to do its job, but something is clearly mussed it up. Archive abuse from Samina Ibaji. To Travis Tate, CC Elizabeth Sobek. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo Archive Submission 23876, your 666th submission in just 5 days, and oh what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings re inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favourite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of making not just 1, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, "I know it when I see it." Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. All the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Ibaji. Well, that went down pretty well then. Right. We are nearly there. That is... Who's that? That's somewhere around here. Yeah.
Looks like the only way onwards.
This is looking a bit grim. Wait a minute. Can I get through to that thing? Where was it? Yeah. Oh, he's back there. Okay, I thought it was a new thing. But that's Travis again. Alright, yeah, getting there. Oh, what's this? Let's activate and see.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions.
Yeah.
For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development, all of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
So that's the rebirthing stuff. FZ chambers. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation. Astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours and get back to it. Expect fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. I wonder what Far Zenith is. Must be a either space station or something spacey anyway. It sounds high tech. No, you're not a thing. Cradle sealed. Eleuthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For a maiden voyage, a success. Regarding my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course I understand how we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is a margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donc, in addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 2 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PBK. More stuff.
Can't carry more.
So this. But seems high tech. Oops, another thing. Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of the artificial personae for Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, Healer, continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I've also attached a report from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on the disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just... So they made, what, robots to raise people? Apparently. Interesting. We haven't seen them. I believe we're very nearly there.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Are we going back home? If we can get hold of that. Okay, where are we here? What's going on?
No space.
So these have got weird symbols on them. Oh wait, is that wait. This is the symbols of the AIs, right? So whatever that is must be behind, you know, that AI's explanation thing is behind there. So I guess they're not going to tell us about all of them. That might be another one then. Oh, that sucks. But I suppose we'll be here all night otherwise. Where did that go? The route up there. That's it, isn't it? So over here, come on, you can do it. There we go. I believe we may have made it. That's Gaia. Who the heck is this?
Looks like it used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
The hell is that thing? That's very Geiger-esque.
Nuts would benefit from antilopinae morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
Huh.
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Huh. That way she's got a bit of a soft spot for megafauna.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Ugh. Had some doubts, huh? I mean, pretty natural, really. Like, is all this gonna work? What if it doesn't? But nice to know that Gaia had some faith in her at least. Right. Oh, here's one.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Well, given that, you know, the last time they didn't include overrides in something, it basically ended the world. Probably a prudent thing. One thing I didn't do actually was look at that, whatever that gizmo was, with the focus. But I don't know what the hell that is. I'd say a baby box, but it looks more like a horseshoe crab. Try to bite or something. Okay. Is that it? No, we gotta get in there somehow, right? How do we get in there? Pry open door. Now all your secrets belong to me. Okay. Get stuff. Odyssey has failed. From Elizabeth Sobek to all alphas, Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Elizabeth. So, it was a spaceship. I guess they had a backup plan. Guess they were crazy enough to make a colony ship, but that did not work, sadly. Artemis status. What's Artemis? Artemis. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it, if those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere, microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them. So they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this. Not on our watch. Ronson. I guess Artemis was the bring back the animals bit. So, can I get me a registry from here then?
The Alpha registry file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for?
Go.
Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who?
Yeah, not the who.
So naive. There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Uh-oh.
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Robin? Uh-oh. Helis. Oh shit. Bomb! Crap.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Crap. Uh-oh. I hope we got the registry. Ow.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty.
Uh-oh.
That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun.
I don't have any more stuff.
Even when Jiran was murdered. Even when Meridian fell. I never doubted my destiny.
Discovered the truth.
Came along.
Oh crap. Oh crap.
When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
It was wrong. Try to avoid me death. Let's go there.
That scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
with a fool?
You're an idiot. A dangerous idiot, but an idiot. All this talk of destiny and fate. I'm sure Hades speaks the same language, doesn't he? You're being played for a fool. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land.
Uh-oh.
I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Well, let's go with that.
Nora cast me out at birth. You're not hurting me if you hurt them.
Really? Then it makes no difference one way or another. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
No.
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
No focus then. Crap. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here and kill him somehow. And then go save Nora.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day, soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to
Oh, crap.
Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth.
And I guess, I'm gonna get dropped into it then. Something went wrong a bit there. Get my weapons back. Ow! Where are they? I've got no shit. I have no. I have nothing. Basically. Where are my weapons? Are they up there? How do I get up there? Climb up something? Nope, not that then. Bugger! Can I climb something? No. Climb. No. Crap. What do I do? That's not it. Apparently you can. Oh, hello. Are you knocking things down? Oh, you're knocking things down. Ow. You're also murdering me. If I get you to knock things down. Ow. Then maybe crap. Oh god. Run. Go. Over here. Go over here. Knock that thing down. Knock the platform down. Then I can get my stuff back. Right. Now you're just sitting around. What are you doing? Got one. No. Any more platforms? You've just given up apparently. One more. Hello? We're here. Right, go on. Come on. Knock that thing down. Okay, fine. Come over here then. Boink. Boink. Here, over here. Come here. Hello. Hello. There we go. Concentration. Oh shit, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Come on. That's it. That's it. Charge. Charge. Over here. Come on. Your building knocky downy thing. Ow. Thanks. This may be it. I may be doomed. Oh, shite. I may be doomed. Whoa. Ow. god, he's doing the levitating rock thing. Crap. Ow. Oh, come on. How do I get up there now? Oh. Okay. Damn it. So... I knocked all the towers down. Oh, I gotta go through all this again, do I? Skip.
I kept thinking of the moment in Slaughter.
Yep. Yep.
See that scar on your cheek?
Yeah.
Yep.
You convert.
You're an idiot. Do you
and after I
cuss me out, blah blah blah.
You're focused, and yeah.
Let's see what actually happens here. If it works this time. Oh, we'll have to just do the whole thing.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons.
So how...
Weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use the strength against it.
Okay. Now I know what I'm doing.
That pillar's weak.
Okay.
And that pillar will come down.
Oh, he's over there. Crap.
It's down.
Aha! Wait, something happened. Oh, come on. Smash. Okay, that happened. That was good. 3 seconds later, I come out with everything. So where's Big Boy?
Hey! Guess who got our weapons back?
Okay.
You're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Okay. Now let's rock and roll.
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with these lift attacks.
Ow. Okay.
That canister on its belly. Looks important.
Oh, damn it, I can't... I don't have my focus. I'm like, how do I... Alright. Focus anymore. Crap. Oh, there's too much debris. Remember what I did last time. Come on, hold still. Oh, Donna Rooney. Come on.
Canister on its head.
I don't have cryo arrows. Got them though. Oh shit. Ow. Ow. Run like the buggery. Where are you? You're over there. Ow. Keep keeping one, I don't want it. Oh, that was a hit. Ah! Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Got it. Okay. I believe, actually, the way that I beat it before was with, bombs. What? Like that. Come on then. Ow. Ow. Got it. Grab the healing thing quickly. Nurse your wounds.
Maybe those carcasses have parts we can use.
Come on, you little shitbag. Now you're talking. Well, I can do you. I can do you. Oh, crap. I can do this. I believe in me. Come on, Aloy. There you go. You've got enough. Gotcha.
Ammunition.
Got it. Got you, little son of a. Whew. Got you. Suck on it. Screw you, Helis.
Silence! Shadows, kill her.
Corruptors, for sure. I can take corruptors.
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Whoa. Who was that? Who's that? Oh! Well, Silence shows up. Go, go, go!
Silence.
And charge! Oh, hello. I think the big boy is coming now. Nice. I could have taken him. I'm sure I could have handled 2 corruptors. That would be fine. Whew. Well.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's Sacred Mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. He sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. but I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
Well, you knew where I was. I know you can override machines, probably.
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Follow the crowd, probably.
Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the Sun Ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess.
Right.
I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
Yeah.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel.
Ooh.
For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah!
Well, that was sort of an apology, I suppose. Well, what's going on there? Clang. You left a bit of a strider behind. That's awesome. Right. Well. Whew. It being 1:43 now, I think it's probably a good place to stop. God, what am I going to do with that then? That was pretty epic. So we are outside there. Now we got to get back to here somehow, somewhere. But that, I think, will be a tale for another time, because that went way longer than it usually does, but was worthwhile. So we discovered the secrets of Zero Dawn.
Every time's different.
And the music just got interesting too. Yeah, discovered the secret of Zero Dawn. Basically, the world's gonna die and let's rebuild it. So that was definitely something. I guess I'll do that as one big episode then. It was fairly major. So where are we in terms of game progression now? 56.8%. Wow. We're only halfway. That's pretty nuts. Oh, did we miss one? Oh man. Must have missed one. Got the holograms though. Shame we didn't see all the other things. No, I'm just gonna save it here, honestly, because whether I go back to, I don't want to go back there, back east, and then suddenly get roped into something else right now because it's nearly 2 in the morning and I'm kind of knackered. So I will leave it there for now. We got through quite a bit there, I think. Lots of epic stuff. Yeah, I guess we'll go save the Nora on Monday, and also find out what's inside Allmother. So with that, I think nothing more to say except thanks for watching, thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the comments, etc. Nice to have you along. Yeah, I'm going to call it quits there. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.